Passing through the clouds. Somewhere passing through the clouds.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Get it done. You can park it here only. Yeah, okay. Wait. Huh.
Check. Okay, the wait is over. I'm Xerxes, and I welcome you this time to TVS MotoSoul 2023. Can we have some noise? We are being way too relaxed to be in Goa on a Friday afternoon. I mean, we are fortunate people, aren't we? Aren't we? Little bit excitement. Okay, we go from here. TVS Motor Company has been around for almost 112 years, and now we are in more than 70 countries. And that's a very remarkable feat to begin with. And before we go ahead to tell you what's the exciting announcement we've got lined up, we've got a small message from our MD.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 2023 edition of TVS MotoSoul, a celebration and festival of the pure spirit of motorcycling. We have a lot of curated events which will engage you and enable all of us to together celebrate the spirit of riding. We celebrate the over 250,000 members who are part of the TVS AOG from all around the world. We also have superb new custom editions of the TVS Ronin from JVB, from Indonesia, from Rajputana, and from our own factory design team. Each of these represent a unique take on TVS Ronin. We also inaugurate flat track racing, which comes new to the TVS racing stable this year. I look forward to all of you having a very good time and to really enjoying yourselves and enhancing and growing the TVS riding community.
Okay, after that small message, we have the man himself, Mr. Vimal Sumli, to come up on stage and take us through what we've got lined up ahead. Can we have a big round of applause, please?
Hello, good evening to all. How are you? Wow, I thought Goa has a lot of energy. How are all of you? Wow, some good noise. So thank you so much for making to the MotoSoul 2.0. It's a great occasion for us at TVS Motor Company. First of all, some big announcements. We are now 5 million strong in Apache. We have 5 million happy customers of Apache across the globe. It's the fastest growing premium motorcycle brand in the world, guys. If you look at the CAGR of last so many years, it's the fastest growing brand over there. We are very happy to announce with you for the first time, we have 250,000 registered Apache customers. Registered means we have their mobile numbers, we have their email IDs, we talk to them almost every month. Unlikely other brands which claim to have the riding groups but don't connect with them. We connect with our riders every time. As a brand, TVS, we are also celebrating 40 years of racing. This is the only brand in India which democratized racing to a large extent. We started racing in 1982 when big bikes were not known in India. Nobody knew what racing is. In 1982, TVS started racing. We are celebrating 40 years of racing in India. Not only did we start racing in India, we also started the first factory women racing team in India. Let's have a big round of applause for all those ladies who were till sometime pillion riders, now are taking bike to the handlebars. And that too on a racetrack, and that too revving up and really, really clocking those lap times. So we changed the way the racing is in India. We are for performance, we are for style, we are for technology. So thereby we are a very differentiated product proposition. Here we are today to celebrate our strength from one player to another player. We moved from just being a motorcycle brand to being a motorcycling brand. And this is what you will see for next 1.5 days. What you're going to see today are the beautiful, gorgeous looking motorcycles, okay? So to give you a brief background of that, I thought I must tell you a little bit about our motorcycle, which we launched 6 months back. We created a new segment. All of you will know, in 1993, we created a segment called a Scooty. Now, most of the scooters in India are still called a Scooty. That is what TVS brought to this India. We created in 2005 a tribe called as Apache. Today, we have 5 million Apaches on the road. We are known for creating segments. We are known for creating those segments and making them large. So 6 months back, we ventured back into India and we said, hey, there are a set of consumers who either look for classics or look for very, very speedy bikes. Why don't we introduce a new category called as modern retro category? So we introduced a new category of motorcycles in this segment called as modern retro motorcycles. And this segment seriously is right now being occupied by, I would say TVS really, really owns this space. And I'm sure over a period of time, people are going to see a lot of motorcycles in this segment, and thereby the customers are going to get a choice of new segment of motorcycling in India. So let me give you a brief background about TVS Ronin. Of course, it's unscripted, modern retro model, which is unstereotyped. unslottable. You can't slot this motorcycle into any category. This is not the category of the motorcycle you see on the road and you say, oh, I know this motorcycle. This is something you say, wow, what is this? Where did it come in from? What does it do? Of course, it does motorcycling to a larger extent and defines the segment altogether. A premium motorcycle and designed to change the color of absolutely culture of motorcycling in India. Ladies and gentlemen, this brand is really growing up in India and doing extremely well in the segment. This is a motorcycle which is it is about those people, those customers who are very spontaneous. You look at the set of the customers. There are two sets of the customers. They plan their rides 1 month in advance. They prep their motorcycles 15 days in advance. They make all their bookings and all, and then they go for a ride. Now, those are one set of customers. When you get onto Ronin, you don't make such a large plan. It is about your spontaneity. It is about what you want to do. You just get onto the bike and ride to the destination. So thereby, it is for those improvists who are looking for something different. They're looking for something differentiated on their motorcycle and the way they use motorcycle. So a motorcycle, very fluid, very agile. Let me show you an AV about who are these customers. Can we have the AV, please? The sound glitch.
A breed that follows its heart, not the herd. You won't find them in rally regalia or in racing leathers. They are the ones who choose to improvise. And they have an extraordinary appetite for the new. They set trends, not lap times. They seek adventure, not in remote places, but in every second of their daily lives. They react in an instant, not to a racing start light, but to their curiosity. They're multidimensional, multifaceted, multicultural. They choose to innovate. They choose to experiment, not just for the sake of it, but because they truly believe they are the ones who control their destiny. They choose to follow their own script, which they write and rewrite every day. Because their lives are not bound by stereotypes. Because they choose to explore every facet of their own ever-changing personalities. And they ride a bike because that's the best way they can think of to travel between their many worlds.
So ladies and gentlemen, as the video also said, they live many lives in one. And for them, TVS Ronin is one motorcycle which they can customize, personalize, and make their own. And today we are going to share with you the one motorcycle with 4 new avatars over a period of time. So hold your breath, hold your seat belts, and see what Ronin can do and what kind of differentiation does it bring. And how easy is it to customize Ronin. So we are giving you Ronin inspiration. This whole brand we are creating for the inspiration of Ronin, and 4 new age avatars, which have very unique design, very customly built in 4 different regions of the world. You get somebody from Germany doing something on Ronin, somebody in Indonesia really thinking about what to do with Ronin, something in our own Jaipur thinking about what to do with Ronin, and somebody thinking in Hosur about how he sees Ronin in itself. All of this is with one thought, which is completely unscripted. So ladies and gentlemen, I invite Zirkis to give you a little brief about all these beautiful motorcycles.
Thanks, Vimal. We've got some 4 very exciting custom houses. Like we said, we've got JVB Moto from Germany, we've got Smoke Garage from Indonesia, we've got Rajputana Customs right here at home, and then we've got the TVS Factory Customs. Are we excited to see these motorcycles? A lot of effort has gone into it. I have seen you guys on Instagram. You guys are excited, but the noise is not justifying it. So on the count of 3, let's make some noise so that we can reveal the very first motorcycle. 1, a 2, a 3, let's go! Now we're talking. Okay, first up, we've got JVB Moto, and Jens is here with TVS Agonda. It's named after the famous South Goa beach. It's joyful, it's adaptive, and it's a minimalist motorcycle. Let's see the story behind Agonda.
6 months ago, TVS Motor Company asked me to build a custom concept. Since then, together with TVS design team, we tried to build a bike based on an existing TVS. I started to build the bike here in Germany, in my workshop. My vision for this project was to build a lightweight, minimalist, tough motorcycle. I always try to mix new style with old style. I think it fits to TVS as they have quite a modern design language. Challenges was to blend this with my style. For me, it was completely a challenge as I've never been working on small capacity bikes. So I had to figure out volumes and details, and it's quite different from big bikes.
Let's have Jens all the way from Germany on the Agonda. Make some noise for this beautiful motorcycle.
Whoa!
Welcome, Jens. Welcome to India. Isn't she just beautiful?
Wonderful.
Yeah, take that in. Wow. Such a beautiful beast, the Ronin in an avatar you've never seen before.
Cool. Great.
Okay, that's 1 out of 4. If the first one's this exciting, imagine the other 3. Are you ready for the other 3? Who do you think is next? Any guesses? Nuh-uh. Smoke Garage is up next, all the way from Indonesia. They create aesthetic engineering marvels, and this is the Musashi. It's an homage to Miyamoto Musashi, an undefeated double-blade swordsman. Sounds a lot like the Ronin. It's swift, dynamic, agile, and contemporary. Let's see the story behind the TVS Musashi. garage. That's not Nico, that's a Chico, that's Nabila. Can we also have Nico on stage? Nico and Nabila with the Musashi. That's a very, very impressive new look to the Ronin. Did we ever imagine that we would see the Ronin in this avatar with these beautiful long wheelbases? Did anyone see this happen before? Did anyone envision this? Come on, no, right? Yeah, see, I like you. You're participating. But we're not done. We're just halfway done. We have another halfway to go. Who's next?
Yeah, stand there, yeah.
Rajputana Customs is up next. And we are here with Rajputana Customs. We've got TVS Wakizashi, which is an engineering masterpiece with a very distinct styling, expressive, wanderer, modern, much like us, the Ronin customers. Let's see the story behind Wakizashi. Make some noise for Vijay from Rajputana Customs.
On a bike. Wonderful.
Make some noise for Rajputana Customs, the Wakizashi.
You can all settle here. Center. Another one come. Idhar there.
And with customizers from all over the world giving it a shot, the TVS Factory Customs team was not going to be left behind. Obviously, they were going to give it a shot, and they were going to make their very own special custom Ronin. Let's see the story behind this Scrambler.
was really difficult to get those briefings.
Let's go. Indicator. Give it up for the SCR! Woo! That's Harsh from the TVS Factory Customs team all the way in Hosur.
Thank you. We'll have one group session when we get to the bikes. We'll have one group
Okay.
photograph.
Now that all the bikes are out, all the customizers are here, I want to invite you all for a photo opportunity. Take it all in.
Yeah, come in. Beautiful bikes.
Okay, now that we're done with the photos, I'm going to have all the customizers take a seat. I have a few questions. I'm sure you all have a few questions as well. So can we have the bar stools on the stage? And you guys can also take a seat. I'm sure there are a lot of questions and a lot of curious thoughts about what went behind the making of these 4 very distinct avatars of the TVS Ronin.
Yes.
I mean, aren't you impressed? I mean, can you make some noise if you're impressed with how beautiful these bikes are looking? Yeah,
Whoa.
give them all a big round of applause. They put in months of hard work and just killed. Also, can I invite Vikasika on stage, who's been also very, very key to making this happen.
Oh, come on.
Give him a big round of applause as well. Okay. Can we have some mics also for them, please? Mics coming around. While the mics come around, Vimal, what is your take on this custom world of TVS Ronin that you've just launched today?
It's as it is Ronin, I said, is unscripted. And there's a fabulous work done by all the customizers. And I really, really feel like I should get the key and ride it out. If you ask me personally, I want to ride these bikes out and go out for a quick ride.
Same. Let's go to Bombay.
Let's do that.
And Jens, all the way from Germany, your first time here. Okay, before we get to your beautiful motorcycle, I want to talk to you about your experience here being at MotoSoul.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be here. Namaste.
Oh,
Oh, give Jens a big round of applause.
And I must say, it's a really nice festival. I've been to a lot of festivals around the world, but India is always something special, and I like the atmosphere, the enthusiasm about bikes. It's great. Love it.
And Agonda, very beautiful, very minimal, very clean. But tell me a little bit more about what drove you to make this masterpiece.
This special bike, when TVS asked me to do a custom bike, I was instantly keen on it. I've been traveling in India for a couple of weeks on a rental bike a couple of years ago, and I instantly knew what kind of bike I wanted to do, and the Ronin was actually the perfect base for it. And I wanted to combine like parts of the Ronin and the design language of the Ronin with my own design language, with my own parts, and with the JVB style. So this is what came out, and I'm happy with it.
So if I were to ask you for some of the highlights of the Agonda which you really love, what would that be? Take me through some of the highlights here.
I don't know where to start. The headlight, for example, is a typical JVB Moto headlight. It's what I usually use on my builds. It's made from carbon fiber. The fuel tank is made from carbon fiber.
Wow.
It's similar to the original fuel tank, but then again a little bit different. The tail section is the JVB Moto, and I made like some carbon fiber covers for the wheels. So the whole wheelbase looks more massive and more solid. And that's just a few things. And
Physically go and show.
you see the rest.
So it's so minimal and there's so much carbon fiber on this and you can't tell till you actually tell us. So basically this must be a beautiful motorcycle to ride, isn't it?
It is very light. It's very fun to ride. I mean, the stock Ronin is fun to ride. This is even a little bit lighter and a bit more agile, but more or less the same. It's a great bike.
I'm taking this one. Huh? Okay, a big round of applause for Jens.
Thanks.
Okay, Nico and Nabila, all the way from Indonesia. This is your little tribute to the double-edged swordsman.
First of all, I want to say hello, India. Thank you for having us here. Namaste. Exactly, namaste.
Come on, give them a big round of applause, guys. They are too adorable.
Now, the opportunity came when TVS told us that bring one of the newest motorcycle, Ronin, and it was such a challenge because the actual platform was so easy to customize at the start, and that made it so much more interesting for us. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where to start, from the parts.
Let's go through the motorcycle.
Yeah. So we have this beautiful T that I really loved, and basically we put the grill just to make sure that once we have actually stone chips, it doesn't damage the headlights. We added on here the extra lights. If you see here, it's got extra fog lights. So if we ride at night, you can see you guys can see that. Really makes it more nicer. We have the beautiful bash plate. When we actually ride in the gravel, there's sometimes we need to make sure there's skids. So we have the platform there. And then, of course, the beautiful tank shape. And it's I don't know what to say. It just makes the bike, And what was really interesting, to be honest, it's such an easy bike, you know what I mean? At the start, it was really hard because everything is such a good quality. The parts are very high-end, and I didn't know where to start. And I have to say, it's an amazing motorcycle,
And I saw you were really ripping it through the dirt when you took it out for a ride. So we know it's capable, more than capable.
Oh, yeah.
But,
it's definitely capable.
Yeah, for all those who are not on the stage, when the bike goes down, you should take a look at the back because this is where it flows. And there are signatures by the guys who made the bike under the seat. So you might want to take a look at the details.
Yes.
But that's from you, Nico. Nabila, for all those who don't know, she's an influencer, she's a host, she's a comedian. She's basically me in Indonesia. And,
so I have to be a host here?
No, you're a guest here. You're a guest here.
Oh, okay, I'm being a guest here, okay.
What's your take on India? And what's your plan ahead?
Before I answer you, I want to say Selamat sore dalam bahasa Indonesia. Selamat sore and namaste. Whoa. All the people here very handsome and good looking. Sorry. Far away from me. Okay. Basically, this is my first time to India, and thank you for TVS company that invite us Mogaraj come to here and bring all the beautiful of the Ronin. Please big applause for TVS, please. And honestly, my part is being of the journey of the video. So I get the challenge to make a storytelling about the video. I'm very proud being this journey because I want to tell you, I wanted to represent this bike not only as a motorcycle, but this bike will be a lifestyle, will be a passion. So from that video, I want to tell you something that this bike easy to customizing. Everyone can customizing this bike. Everyone can make this bike more beautiful, and especially you can build customizing in everywhere. That's my message from my video.
Thank you, thank you.
And thank you so much.
Have a fun time later tonight.
I
You
can
guys
follow you
earned
as
it.
a host now?
Yeah, you can join
Okay.
me as a host. Come, you want to ask Vijay some questions? Vijay. It's always a pleasure to see you and your creations. Right now we have with us the Wakizashi. And you tell me about this. I mean, it's hand sculpted. I can see the effort that's gone into it. So tell me a little bit more about this bike.
To start off, we had 8 days to actually build this bike.
8 days.
Yes, it's the fastest project that we've ever done.
Whoa. God damn, give them a big round of applause.
More than me being here, you know, I'm only a face for RCM, but it's actually the boys back home, you know, the fabricators and the machinists and the painter who actually stayed up night after night. What you see, Xerxes, here is a cafe racer. In all, we've dropped the front fork, we've used stiffer springs, we've obviously changed up the triple clamps, we've got a motor gadget meter in here, aluminium tank, aluminium cowl, hand brushed. These were really hard to do with the limited time that we had. I also built it as a small subframe, so it's a very compact bike. I feel like the proportions suit the engine, and you got some nice rubber on there, a black and gold chain, you know, race paddock stand, and we're just happy to have it done in 8 days.
Yeah, and she looks like she just embrace and take off, right? I mean, I could embrace and take off. Like, I'll probably take it out for a spin later too. If you guys hear some loud bikes around Goa, that's probably me trying these out. But that's a secret. Thanks, Vijay, and congratulations on the work and turning it around in such a fast time. But Harsh,
Beautiful.
how can we leave the factory customs team? You guys have turned out what looks like a like I can buy this motorcycle, right? Can I buy this motorcycle? Can I just take it and go?
Not really right now, but yes.
Sure, soon?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about the
Yeah.
SCR or the Scrambler.
Definitely. I would like to get some responses. So, for example, SCR stands for what?
Special custom Ronin. Oh, wait, I'm not. You're
Definitely, it stands for Special Custom Ronin.
volume.
I do have. Second question is, how many of you are motorcyclists? Yay! And how many of you are free souls? Woo! So this is the inspiration for me to build this bike inside the factory.
And you want to tell us a little bit more about the changes you've made? Like I see the front forks, they're huge. It's got this twin pod exhaust. Tell me more.
Yeah, definitely. So the whole idea was to make this bike look Ronin, but at the same time a little bigger than life. So you'll find that the shocks have been raised up, not only the front, but even the rear ones. Then you'll find very nicely handcrafted leather seats, which is a single seat. You'll find twin pod upswift exhausts and a very beautifully made, uniquely styled headlamp, which is called as Colosseum Lasertech LED headlamp.
How much of this are we going to see on a production-ready motorcycle soon, or is this something you can't tell me yet?
I can't tell you right now.
This might be sneak peek at what might be coming ahead. Don't forget to check out all these motorcycles at Ronin World. But Vikas.
Thanks.
Thanks, Harsh.
Hi.
You've been like heading Ronin for a while, and you've been we've been working together on telling a story with Ronin, which is unscripted. But now these 4 new avatars, they've blown my mind. What do you feel about this?
Hi, good evening all. When we started this project, we were very clear, I and Vimal, that we will not give any special brief to the leading customizer sitting here. Because we were very, very confident that the bike stands for being unscripted. It starts from a blank canvas. And we don't want to paint the canvas which they can paint. So the brief was open, and we had complete belief in the capabilities of the bike, that it can be carved into different forms. And here is the result to see. 4 different customizers without the brief, creating something,
Whoa.
4 things which were very, very different.
Come on, this
So-
deserves a bigger round of applause and a big cheer. You guys can do better than this. Make some noise, guys. Come on. Okay. Vimal, this is a new chapter for TVS altogether, right? And where do you see this head with customizations, with just new avatars of existing motorcycles? What are we going to see next?
So, as I said, we define categories. We are going to redefine the world of customization. And I'm sure you're going to see set of these bikes coming out over a period of time. But what we really, really want to tell consumers or the customers at large is not that you got to be married to that stock bike. You really can do much more with your motorcycle. You really can personalize it to a larger extent. And these are the motorcycles which are easy canvas for customization. And I'm sure you see a lot of excitement, a lot of products, a lot of customized bikes coming from TVS going forward. I'm sure we have launched a range of products.
Okay, so after TVS Racing, we're going to see TVS customizations coming up. Thank you, all the customizers. You guys have been wonderful. Vimal, stay back. I have another thing with you.
Just a second. I want to call Rahul Naik, is our head of international business. He was quite a help for us to bring this bike to Indonesia. Can we have a big round of applause for Rahul?
A big round of applause for Rahul. Come on over.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
He's the guy who got us the bike. Rahul, few words. Good to see you. From Indonesia.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a pleasure to see these, passionate souls around here. And I think what we are doing here is really unscripted beginning of a new chapter for TVS in the global journey, where we do business in more than 72 countries, selling more than 1 million units outside India, which is not known to many. And being world's today 4th, 5th largest brand of motorcycles, I think these are the things that are going great places and taking the brand to new heights. And I really, really thank this kind of, encouragement that you're showing for the efforts. And I look forward for more and more such engagement and excitement.
Thank you so much, Rahul. Thanks.
Okay. So I have been asking you guys to make a lot of noise, and you guys have been complying. But for the next announcement, don't make noise. Be quiet. Be silent. That is why. Is coming. Was coming.
I don't know what's coming. I can
The
hear something
music
is
quiet. No music.
Wow, so going from city streets to highways to tearing up the flat tracks, guys, TVS Drift Cup R is not far away. So we are going to start. We did road racing. We did a lot of rally racing. We really, really want to bring up this cup very soon. And adrenaline-filled competition will be soon off from TVS. And this is yet another beginning of unscripted story of Ronin. To you, here are the flat track racing bikes. Thank you so much for your time and attention. See you on the track. Bye.
And this is the point where all you guys head to the flat track which we've made to see these bikes in action. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. Come back, we've got a lot more lined up. The flat track is now open. Thank you, Vimal. It's going to be possible. They're not going to be here throughout the weekend. They're going to be there at the Ronin World in just a few minutes. We're waiting for the area to clear up a little so that the bikes can effortlessly glide into the Ronin World so you can get a nice detailed look at each of these motorcycles.